Genesis 1:27 says God created man in his own image. Can we agree that racism is sin? Critical race theory is racism. CRT is a Marxist socialist movement that has hijacked schools through multiple curriculums and organizations to promote this sin of racism using different terms such as equity, social justice, diversity and inclusion, and cultural responsive teaching. And it pits others against each other based on their skin color, their gender, their socioeconomic status, age, and religion. James 2:1-4 tells us to show no partiality. None of us are better than any other person. Critical race theory attacks, undermines, despises, and rejects our laws, our families, government, education systems, religions, and replaces them with the values that support the cultural Marxist revolution. By supporting CRT, you are telling me as a parent to tell my white children, who just so happen to be 1/4 Filipino, that because of their skin being white, they are oppressors. In this country and in this state, teachers are categorizing their students as oppressors and oppressed. By supporting CRT, you are telling me as an educator to discriminate against my students on the basis of their skin color. You are telling me to tell my Black, Hispanic, Indian, Asian, and other non-white students that they are oppressed while I tell my white students that they are the oppressors? Let's start with this group. According to the critical race theory, the white board members, specifically the white men who are heterosexual and show that you are financially successful, you are the biggest oppressors according to critical race theory. I truly believe each student is made in the image of God, and he or she was created for greatness. My role as a teacher is to help them become better equipped to be productive citizens in our society. I refuse to discriminate against any of my students. Why are we choosing Marxism over Martin Luther King Jr.? CRT is exactly what Martin Luther King Jr. warned us about when he said, "Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred." CRT promotes hatred. It promotes an eye for an eye. Students are being intimidated by Marxist activist teachers. One example, a Lee Summit North High School teacher gave a quiz with the following question. This story has a lot of symbolism, is it? Which of the following do you think the mountain represents? A, the way the dominant majority, AKA white people, view themselves far above racial minorities. Let me be clear here. If the shoe was on the other foot, we would be here to fight for this. By supporting CRT, you are telling me as a taxpayer that I should freely give my money to support discrimination, anti-American, and anti-God propaganda. One last sentence. And one thing that all of you need to decide is this day, whom will you choose, God or Marxism?